Dude, when he turns and he joins Ray,
and the joy of the world. You are here, the Libri of Alester Crowley, technical libers of the Lemma Liberosa, figura labiae, trace a liberosa, figura labiae, sidebar, metadata, Alester Crowley libers, liberosa, figura labiae, concordance, Alester Crowley libers, liberosa, figura labiae, Alester Crowley libers, liberosa, figura labiae, liberosa, figura labiae, liberosa, figura labiae. The law of the strong, this is our law, and the joy of the world. Do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law. I for thee. Thou hast no right but to do thy will, do that and no other shall say nay. Every man and every woman is a star. I three. There is no God but man. One man has the right to live by his own law, to live in the way that he wills to do, to work as he will, to play as he will, to rest as he will, to die when and how he will. Two man has the right to eat what he will, to drink what he will, to dwell where he will, to move as he will on the face of the earth. Three man has the right to think what he will, to speak what he will, to write what he will, to draw, paint, carve, etch, mold, build as he will, to dress as he will. For man has the right to love as he will, take your fill and will of love as you will, when, where, and with whom you will. All I 51. Five man has the right to kill those who would thwart these rights. The slave shall serve. Love is the law, love under will. I 57. You are here on the Libri of Alester Crowley, technical libers of Ellama Liberosa, figura labiae, trace a liberosa, figura labiae, sidebar, metadata, Alester Crowley libers, liberosa, figura labiae, concordance, Alester Crowley libers, liberosa, figura labiae, Alester Crowley libers, liberosa, figura labiae, liberosa, figura labiae, liberosa, figura labiae. The law of the strong, this is our law, and the joy of the world. Do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law. I 40. Thou hast no right but to do thy will, do that and no other shall say nay. Every man and every woman is a star. I 3. There is no God but man. One man has the right to live by his own law, to live in the way that he wills to do, to work as he will, to play as he will, to rest as he will, to die when and how he will. Two man has the right to eat what he will, to drink what he will, to dwell where he will, to move as he will on the face of the earth. Three man has the right to think what he will, to speak what he will, to write what he will, to draw, paint, carve, etch, mold, build as he will, to dress as he will. For man has the right to love as he will, take your fill and will of love as you will, when, where, and with whom you will. I 51. Five man has the right to kill those who would thwart these rights. The slave shall serve. Love is the law, love under will. I 57. For the one with unsettled mind, who does not know the true Dharma, whose conference is wavering, wisdom is surely unfulfilled. watchful. There is no fear. Oh, you are here in the library of Alistair Crowley, technical libers of Delema Liba, O subfigura levi, Trace liber, O subfigura levi, Sidebar. Metadata Alistair Crowley, Libus liberos subfigura levi, Concordance Alistair Crowley, Libus liberos subfigura levi, Alistair Crowley libers, Libus liberos subfigura levi, liberos subfigura levi, Libus liberos subfigura levi. Lord the strong, this is our Lord, and the joy of the world. Do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law. Thou hast no right but to do thy will, do that, and no other shall say nay. Every man and every woman is a star. There is no God but man. One man has the right to live by his own law, to live in the way that he wills to do, to work as he will, to play as he will, to rest as he will, to die when and how he will. Man has the right to eat what he will, to drink what he will, to dwell where he will, to move as he will on the face of the earth. Every man has the right to think what he will, to speak what he will, to write what he will, to draw, paint, carve, etch, and mold, build as he will, to dress as he will. For man has the right to love as he will, take your fill and will of love as you will, when, where, and with whom you will. Oh, life 51. Five man has the right to kill those who would thwart these rights. The slave shall serve. Love is the law, love under will. All life 57. You are here, hum the library of Alistair Crowley, technical libers of the Lemma Liberos subfigura levi, trace liberos subfigura levi, sidebar, metadata Alistair Crowley, libers liberos subfigura levi, concordance Alistair Crowley, libers liberos subfigura levi, Alistair Crowley libers liberos subfigura levi, liberos subfigura levi, libers liberos subfigura levi. The law of the strong, this is our law, and the joy of the world. Do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law. Thou hast no right but to do thy will, do that, and no other shall say nay. Every man and every woman is a star. There is no God but man. One man has the right to live by his own law, to live in the way that he wills to do, to work as he will, to play as he will, to rest as he will, to die when and how he will. Man has the right to eat what he will, to drink what he will, to dwell where he will, to move as he will on the face of the earth. Every man has the right to think what he will, to speak what he will, to write what he will, to draw, paint, carve, etch, and mold, build as he will, to dress as he will. For man has the right to love as he will, take your fill and will of love as he will, when, where, and with whom right to kill those who would thwart these rights. The slave shall serve. Love is the law, love under will. All I-57.
You are here, and the library of Alistair Crowley. Technical labors of Ellen Liber, also figured out how to figure cyber. Metadata, Alistair Crowley. Libers, liber, also figured out how to Concordance, Alistair Crowley, libers. Liberoso figura dell'effi. Alistair Crowley, libers, liberoso figura dell'effi. Liberoso figura dell'effi.
The law is strong. This is our law, and the joy of the world. Do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law. Li-40. Thou hast no right but to do thy will, do that, and no other shall say nay. Every man and every woman is a star. There is no God but man. One man has the right to live by his own law.
To live in the way that he wills to do, to work as he will, to play as he will, to rest as he will, to die when and how he will. The man has the right to eat what he will, to drink what he will, to dwell where he will, to move as he will on the face of the earth. Free man has the right to think what he will, to speak what he will, to write what he will, to draw, paint, carve, etch and mold, build
shall be the whole of the law. Ally 40.
Thou hast no right but to do thy will, do that, and no other shall defame thee. Every man and every woman is a star. There is no God but man, for man has the right to live by his own law, to live in the way that he wills to do, to work as he will, to play as he will, to rest as he will, to die when and how he will. To who has the right to eat what he will, to drink what he will, to dwell where he will, to move as he will on the face of the earth. Free man has the right to think what he will, to speak what he will, to write what he will, to draw, paint, carve, etch and mold, build as he will, to dress as he will. For man has the right to love as he will.
Take your fill, and will of love as you will. When, where, and with whom ye will. Concordance, Alistair Crowley, Libers, Liberus, Figura Luvi, Alistair Crowley, Libers, Liberus, Figura Luvi, Liberus, Figura Luvi, Liberus, Figura Luvi, Libero. The law of the strong, this is our law, and the joy of the world. Do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law. Our life 40. Thou hast no right but to do thy will, do that, and no other shall say nay. Every man and every woman is a star. Our life 3. There is no God but man. One man has the right to live by his own law, to live in the way that he wills to do, to work as he will, to play as he will, to rest as he will, to die when and how he will. Man has the right to eat what he will, to drink what he will, to dwell where he will, to move as he will on the face of kill those who would thwart these rights. The slave shall serve. Love is the law. Love under will. All life 57. You are here on the liberty of Alistair Crowley, technical livers of the name of Liber. Oh, subfigura lufi. Trace libero subfigura lufi. Cyber. Modern method after Alistair Crowley. Alistair of the labor. Concordance. Alistair Crowley. Livers. Liberal subfigura livi. Alistair Crowley. This is our law and the joy of the world. Do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law. All life foreteen. Thou hast no right but to do thy will, do that, and no other shall say nay. Every man and every woman is a star. All life foreteen. There is no God but man. One man has the right to live by his own law, to live in the way that he wills to do, to work as he will, to play as he will, to rest as he will, to die when and how he will. Man has the right to eat what he will, to drink what he will, to dwell where he will, to move as he will on the face of the earth. Three man has the right to think what he will, to speak what he will, to write what he will, to draw, paint, carve, etch, and mold, build as he will, to dress as he will. For man has the right to love as he will. Take your fill and will of love as you will, when, where, and with whom he will. All life 51. Five man has the right to kill those who would thwart these rights. The slave shall serve. Love is the law. Love under will. All life 57. You are here, and the Libri of Alistair Crowley. Technical libers of them liber. Oh, subfigura lithia. Trace liber, oh, subfigura lithia. Sidebar, metadata, Alistair Crowley, libers, liberos, subfigura lithia. Concordance, Alistair Crowley, libers, liberos, subfigura lithia. Alistair Crowley, libers, liberos, subfigura lithia. Liberos, subfigura lithia. Libero, the law of the strong. This is our law and the joy of the world. Do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law. Thou hast no right but to do thy will, do that, and no other shall say nay. Every man and every woman is a star. There is no God but man. One man has the right to live by his own law, to live in the way that he wills to do, to work as he will, to play as he will, to rest as he will, to die when and how he will. Two man has the right to eat what he will, to drink what he will, to dwell where he will, to move as he will on the face of the earth. Free man has the right to think what he will, to speak what he will, to write what he will, to draw, paint, carve, etch, mold, build as he will, to dress as he will. For man has the right to love as he will. Take your fill and will of love as ye will, when, where, and with whom ye will. 5 man has the right to kill those who would thwart these rights. The slave shall serve. Love is the law, love under will. All life 57. You are here on the Libri of Alistair Crowley. Technical libers of Velem Aliber, O subfigura Lufii. Trace liber, O subfigura Lufii. Sidebar, metadata, Alistair Crowley, libers, libero, subfigura Lufii. Concordance, Alistair Crowley, libers, libero, subfigura. Alistair Crowley, libers, libero, subfigura Lufii. Libero, subfigura Lufii. Libero, the law of the strong. This is our law and the joy of the world. Do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law. Thou hast no right but to do thy will, do that, and no other shall say nay. Every man and every woman is a star. There is no God but man. One man has the right to live by his own law, to live in the way that he wills to do, to work as he will, to play as he will, to rest as he will, to die when and how he will. 2 man has the right to eat what he will, to drink what he will, to dwell where he will, to move as he will on the face of the earth. 3 man has the right to think what he will, to speak what he will, to write what he will, to draw, paint, carve, etch, mold, build as he will, to dress as he will. For man has the right to love as he will. Take your fill and will of love as he will, when, where, and with whom ye will. 5 man has the right to kill those who would thwart these rights. The slave shall serve. Love is the law, love under will. All life 57. You are here. Then the Libri of Alistair Crowley, technical libers of Velem Aliber, Os, subfigura Lufii. Trace liber, Os, subfigura Lufii. Sidebar, metadata, Alistair Crowley, libers, liberos, subfigura Lufii. Concordance, Alistair Crowley, libers, liberos, subfigura Lufii. Alistair Crowley, libers, liberos, subfigura Lufii. Liberos, subfigura Lufii. Liberos.
The law of the strong, this is our law, and the joy of the world.
Do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law.
Thou hast no right but to do thy will, do that, and no other shall say nay.
Every man and every woman is a star.
There is no God but man one.
to die when and how.
He will.
To man has the right to eat what he wills,
Dwell where he will.
to dwell where he will.
To move as he will on the face of the earth.
Free man has the right to think what he will,
To speak what he will.
to write what he will,
To draw, paint, carve, etch, mold, build as he will.
to dress as he will.
For man has the right to love as he will.
Take your fill and will of love as ye will, when, where, and with whom ye will.
All life 51.
5 man has the right to kill those who would thwart these rights.
The slave shall serve.
Love is the law, love unto will.
All life 51.
You are here. I'm the Libri of Alistair Crowley, technical libers of the Lemma Liberos. Sa figura lafia. Trace liberos. Sa figura lafia. Sidebar. Metadata Alistair Crowley libers, liberos sa figura lafia. Concordance Alistair Crowley libers, liberos sa figura lafia. Alistair Crowley libers, liberos sa figura lafia. Liberos sa figura lafia. Liberos sa figura lafia. Liberos sa figura
Liberals, sub figura lovia.
liberos sa figura.
The law of the strong. This is our law. And the joy of the world.
Do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law.
Thou hast no right but to do thy will to them, and no other shall say nay.
Every man and every woman is a star.
There is no God but man one. Man has the right to live by his own law,
To live in the way that he wills to do.
to work as he will,
To play as he will.
to rest as he will.
To die when and how.
He will
To man has the right to eat what he
to
will,
drink what he
dance as he will.
For man has the right to love as he will.
Take your fill and will of love as you will. When, where, with whom you will.
A life 51. You are here from the library of Alistair Crowley, technical liberal, velum liber,
Also figure, Alafia, Trace Liber, also figure, Alafia.
sidebar, metadata Alistair Crowley, libers, libertos, figure alibi,
Concordance,
Alistair Crowley, libers, libertos, figure alibi.
Alistair Crowley, Livers, Liberos, figure, Alafia. Little love is strong. This is our love and the joy of the world.
Do what thou wilt, shall be the whole of the law.
Alive 40. Thou hast no right but to do thy will, do that, and no other shall say nay. Every man and every woman is a star.
There is no God but man.
One man has the right to live by his own law, to live in the way that he wills to do, to work as he will, to play as he will, to rest as he will, to die when and how he will. To man has the right to eat what he will, to drink what he will, to dwell where he will, to move as he will on the face of the earth,
Three men has the right to think what he will.
to speak what he will, to write what he will, to draw, paint, carve, and mold, build as he will, to dress as he will. For man has the right to love as he will.
Take your fill and will of love as you will.
When, where, and with whom you will. All at 51. For man has the right to kill those who would thwart these rights.
The slaves shall serve.
Love is the law. And what is rare.
Life 57. You are here. I'm the library of Alistair Crowley. Technical library. The lame library.
Also figure. Alafia. Trace Liber. Also figure. Alafia.
Sidebar. Metadata Alistair Crowley. Libers, libertos, figure alibi.
Concordance. as he will on the face of the earth. To dress as he will. To dress as he will. For man has the right to love as he will.
Take your fill and will of love as you will.
When, where, and with whom you will. For man has the right to kill those who would thwart these rights.
The slaves shall serve.
Love is the law. Love and the will.
I cease to sever.
You are here on the library of Aleister Crowley. Technical labors of the Lima Library. Oh, so figura fii.
Slidey by the minute at Aleister Crowley. Liberosa figura liffy.
Concordance.
Aleister Crowley
Aleister Crowley libers. Liberosa figura. Liberosa figura liffy.
Liberosa figura liffy.
The law of the strong. This is our law. And the joy of the world. Do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law. Thou hast no right but to do thy will, do that. And no other shall say nay. Every man and every woman is a star. There is no God but man. One man has the right to live by his own law. To live in the way that he wills to do, to work as he will, to play as he will, to rest as he will, to die when and how he will.
Two men has the right to eat what he will,
To drink what he will,
to dwell where he will,
to move as he will on the face of the earth. Three men has the right to think what he will, to speak what he will, to write what he will, to draw, paint, carve, etch, mold, build as he will, to dress as he will. Four men has the right to love as he will. Take your fill and will of love as you will.
when, where, and with whom you will.
I-51.
Five men has the right to kill those who would thwart these rights.
The slave shall serve.
A love is the law.
Love under will. I-57. When not the feather maid leads me softly by the hand, whispers me to understand.
Now and through the world of weeping, light at last hourly creeping, steals upon my babe new sight. Light, oh light that is not light.
On my mouth the lips of her, like a stone on my sepulchre, seal my speech with ecstasy till a baby's born of me that is silent more than I, for its inarticulate cry hushes as its mouth is pressed to the pearl her honey breast, while its breath divinely ripples the rose petals of her nipples, and the jetted milk he laps from the soft, delicious pot. Sweeter than the bee-sweet shower in the chalice of the flowers, more intoxicating than all the purple grapes of Pan. My proper lips are stilled, only all the world is filled with the echo that drips over like the honey from the clover. Passion, penitence, and pain seek their mother's womb again, and are born the triple treasure, peace and purity and pleasure. Hush, my child, and come along, where the stars are velvet soft. You are here, hum delivery of Alistair Crawley, technical libers of the Lemaliber, oaths of figure liffy, trace saliva, metadata Alistair Crawley, libers, liberos, so figure liffy, concordance, metadata Alistair Crawley, libers, liberos, so figure liffy, Alistair Crawley, libers, liberos, so figure liffy.
The law of the strong. This is our law, and the joy of the world. Do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law.
I-40. Thou hast no right, but to do thy will do that, and no other shall say nay.
Every man and every woman is a star.
There is no God but man. One man has the right to live by his own law, to live in the way that he wills to do, to work as he will, to play as he will, to rest as he will, to die when and how he will. One man has the right to eat what he will, to drink what he will.
has the right to love as he will.
Take your fill and will of love as you will.
When, where, and with whom you will.
I-51.
Man has the right to kill those who would thwart these rights.
The slave shall serve.
Love is the law. Love under will.
I-57. You are here. On the library of Aleister Crowley. Technical labours of the Lima Liber. Oaths of figure Liffey. Trace the Liber. Met at Aleister Crowley. Libers, liberos, so figure Liffey. Concordance. Met at Aleister Crowley. Libers, liberos, so figure Liffey. Aleister Crowley,
The law, the strong. This is our law and the joy of the world. Man has the right to kill those who would thwart these rights.
The slave shall serve.
Love is the law. Love under will.
I-57. You are Technical labors of the Lord, o sub figuralus ei, tres laiba, o sub figuralus ei.
Cyber metadata Aleister Crowley.
Liberos sub figuralus ei.
Concordance Aleister Crowley.
Liberos sub figuralus ei. Aleister Crowley. Liberos sub figuralus ei. which shall be the whole of the law. Thou hast no right but to do thy will, do that, and no other shall say no. Every man and every woman is a star. There is no God but man. One man has the right to live by his own law, to live in the way that he wills to do, to work as he will, to play as he will, to rest as he will, to die when and how he will. Two man has the right to eat what he will, to dwell where he will, to move as he will on the face of the earth. Three man has the right to think what he will, to speak what he will, to write what he will, to draw, paint, carve, etch, mold, build as he will, to dress as he will, take your fill and will of love as he will, when, where, and with whom he will. There's the right to kill those who would thwart these rights. Love is the law, love under will. Concordance, Lester Crowley, libero, sub figuraris. Concordance, Lester Crowley, Concordanza Lester Crowley, libero sub figuralis, libero sub figuralis, libero sub figuralis. To what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law. Thou hast no right but to do thy will, do that, and no other shall say no. Every man and every woman is a star. There is no God but man. One man has the right to live by his own law, to live in the way that he wills to do, to work as he will, to play as he will, to rest as he will, to die when and how he will. Two man has the right to eat what he will, to dwell where he will, to move as he will on the face of the earth. Three man has the right to think what he will, to speak what he will, to write what he will, to draw, paint, carve, etch, mold, build as he will, to dress as he will, take your fill and will of love as he will, when, where, and with whom he will. Love is the right to kill those who would thwart these rights. Love is the law, love under will. Concordance, Lester Crowley, libero sub figuralis. Concordance, Lester Crowley, libero sub figuralis, 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 libero sub figuro.
You are here on the Libri of Alistair Crowley, technical libers of the libero sub figuralia, trace libero sub figuralia, sidebar. Metadata Alistair Crowley lives libero sub figuralia. Concordance Alistair Crowley lives libero sub figuralia. Aleister Crowley, libers, liberosa, figura, liberosa, figura, libero. The law of the strong, this is our law, and the joy of the world.
Do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law.
Thou hast no right but to do thy will, do that, and no other shall say nay.
All 42:3.
Every man and every woman is a star.
All I 3. There is no God but man.
One man has the right to live by his own law.
To live in the way that he wills to do, to work as he will, to play as he will, to rest as he will, to die when and how he will. To man has the right to eat what he will, to drink what he will, to dwell where he will, to move as he will on the face of the earth. 3. Man has the right to think what he will, to speak what he will, to write what he will, to draw, paint, carve, etch, mold, build as he will, to dress as he will. 4. Man has the right to love as he will.
Take your fill and will of love as ye will, when, where, and with whom ye will.
All I 51. 5. Man has the right to kill those who would thwart these rights. The slave shall serve.
Love is the law, love under will.
All I 57.
You are here on the livery of Aleister Crowley, technical libers of the lemma, liberosa, figure, girl of fiat.
Trace liberosa figurata livia.
Sidebar, metadata, Aleister Crowley, libers, liberosa,
Figurata livia. Concordance Aleister Crowley, libers liberosa figurata livia. Aleister Crowley, libers liberosa figurata livia. Liberosa figurata livia. Libera.
the law of the strong, this is our law, and the joy of the world.
Do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law.
Thou hast no right but to do thy will, do that, and no other shall say nay.
All 42:3.
Every man and every woman is a star.
All I 3. There is no God but man.
One man has the right to live by his own law.
To live in the way that he wills to do, to work as he will, to play as he will, to rest as he will, to die when and how he will. 2. Man has the right to eat what he will, to drink what he will, to dwell where he will, to move as he will on the face of the earth. 3. Man has the right to think what he will, to speak what he will, to write what he will, to draw, paint, carve, etch, mold, build as he will, to dress as he will. 4. Man has the right to love as he will.
Take your fill and will of love as ye will, when, where, and with whom ye will.
All I 51. 5. Man has the right to kill those who would thwart these rights.
The slave shall serve.
Love is the law, love under will.
Alive 57. You are here on the library of Aleister Crowley, the technical libers of the lemma library. Oh, subfigure Lafayette, trace liber. Oh, subfigure Lafayette.
Sidebar metadata.
Aleister Crowley,
Liber.
liberosa figure Lafayette.
Concordant.
Aleister Crowley,
Liber.
liberosa figure Lafayette. Aleister Crowley,
Aleister Crowley.
liber,
Liberals a figure a live.
liber. Oh, subfigure Lafayette. Libero, the law is strong. This is our law, and the joy of the world. Do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law. Thou hast no right right, but to do that I will do that, and no other shall say nay. Every man and every woman is a star.
All I three.
There is no God but man. One man has the right to live by his own law,
To live in the way that he wills to do.
to work as he will,
To play as he will.
to rest as he will, to die when and how he will. Two man has the right to eat what he will, to drink what he will, to dwell where he will, to move as he will on the face of the earth. Three man has the right to think what he will, to speak what he will, to write what he will, to draw, paint, carve, edit, mold, build as he will, to dress as he will. Four man has the right to love as he will,
Take your fill and will of love as you will.
when, where, and with whom you will.
All at 51.
Five man has the right to kill those who would hoard these rights. The slave shall serve.
Love is the law.
Love is a will.
Love is the law.
Love under will.
You are here.
Home delivery of Alistair Crowley. Technical labors of the Lamb Labarosa. Figure Lefia. Trace Labarosa. Figure Lefia. Slide down metadata. Alistair Crowley. La Labarosa. Figure Lefia. Concord then. Alistair Crowley. Labarosa. Figure Lefia. Figure Lefia. Alistair Crowley, liberosa figure of the eye, liberosa figure of the eye. Subfigure, subfigure of the eye, liberosa. Subfigure, liberosa figure, liberosa. The law of the strong
This is our law.
and the joy of the world. Do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law. Do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law. I do hast no right but to do thy will, do that, and no other shall say nay.
Every man and every woman is a star.
All I three. There is no God but man. One man has a right to live by his own law,
To live in the way that he wills to do.
to work as he will,
To play as he will.
to rest as he will, to die when and how he will. Two men has a right to eat what he will, to drink what he will, to dwell where he will, to move as he will on the face of the earth. Three men has the right to think what he will, to speak what he will, to write what he will, to draw, paint, carve, edit, mold, build as he will, to dress as he will. Four man has the right to love as he will,
Take your fill and will of love as you will.
when, where, and with whom you will.
All at 51.
Five man has the right to kill those who have thwart these rights. The slave shall serve.
Love is the law.
Love is a will.
Love is the law.
Love under will.
Alistair Crowley home, Alistair Crowley, lead interpreter. future at odds, heaven and hell are at stake. By the rose and the cross I conjure, I constrain by the snake and the sword. I am he that is sworn to endure. Bring us the word of the Lord. By the brood of the pieces of brightening, whose God was my sire. By the Lord of the flame and lightning, the King of the spirits of fire. By the Lord of the waves and the waters, the King of the hosts of the sea, the fairest of all of whose daughters was mother to me. By the Lord of the winds and the breezes, the King of the spirits of air, in whose bosom the infinite ease is that cradled me there. By the Lord of the fields and the mountains, the King of the spirits of earth, that nurtured my life at its fountains from the hour of my birth. By the wand and the cup I conjure, by the dagger and disc I constrain, I am he that is sworn to endure. Make thy music again. I am Lord of the star and the seal. I am Lord of the snake and the sword. Reveal us the riddle, reveal. Bring us the word of the Lord. As the flame of the sun, as the roar of the sea, as the storm of the air, as the quake of the earth, let it soar for a boon, for a bane, for a snare, for a lure, for a light, for a kiss, for a rod, for a scourge, for a sword. Bring us thy burden of bliss, bring us the word of the Lord. As the flame of the sun, as the roar of the sea, as the storm of the air, as the quake of the earth, let it soar for a boon, for a bane, for a snare, for a lure, for a light, for a kiss, for a rod, for a scourge, for a sword. Bring us thy burden of bliss, bring us the word of the Lord. My poetic side, search the interpreter. Alistair Crowley home, Alistair Crowley the interpreter. Mother of light and the gods, mother of music, awake. Silence and speech are at odds, heaven and hell are at stake. By the rose and the cross I conjure, I constrain by the snake and the sword. I am he that is sworn to endure. Bring us the word of the Lord. By the brood of the pieces of brightening, whose God was my sire. By the Lord of the flame and lightning, the King of the spirits of fire. By the Lord of the waves and the waters, the King of the hosts of the sea, the fairest of all of whose daughters was mother to me. By the Lord of the winds and the breezes, the King of the spirits of air, in whose bosom the infinite ease is that cradled me there. By the Lord of the fields and the mountains, the King of the spirits of earth, that nurtured my life at its fountains from the hour of my birth.
tempest rising, a breaking storm. By the light, by the night, by the vow we swore, I reach, I beseech, for you once more. Though I fall, though I faint, though I try, though I choke, by the hour I invoke, you are here, the liberty of Alistair Crowley, technical liberties of Velma Labro, subfigurale fiat,
Trace liber,
subfigurale, sidebar, method, Alistair Crowley, labor,
liberal subfiguralia,
Coco dance, Alistair Crowley,
liberal subfiguralia,
Alistair Crowley, labor,
liberal subfiguralia,
liberal subfigurale fiat,
liberal.
the law of the strong, this is our law and the joy of the world. Do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law. All I-40, thou hast no right but to do thy will. Do that, and no other shall say nay.
Every man and every woman is a star.
There is no God but man. One man has the right to live by his own law, to live in the way that he wills to do, to work as he will, to play as he will, to rest as he will, to die when and how he will. Two man has a right to eat what he will, to
Drink what he will.
to dwell where he will, to move as he will on the face of the earth. Three man has a right to think what he will, to speak what he will, to write what he will, to draw, paint, carve, etch, mold, build as he will, to dress as he will. Four man has a right to love as he will, take your fill and will of love as he will, when, where, and with whom ye will. Ah, 51. Five man has a right to kill those who would thwart these rights. A slave shall serve.
All is that I
Love is the law.
love on the will.
All our friends to seven.
You are here.
By the liberty of Alistair Crowley.
Technical livers of Velma Liber, subfigurate levia, trace liber,
Subfigurale.
levia, sidebar, metadata,
Alistair Crowley, libers.
liberal subfiguralia,
Concordance, Alistair Crowley.
liberal subfiguralia,
Alistair Crowley, libers.
liberal subfiguralia,
Liberal subfigurale.
liberal subfiguralia, liberal figurability.
Liberals of figurability. Yeah. The law of the strong, this is our law, and the joy of the world.
Do what thou wilt shall be the whole of a man. Thou hast no right but to do thy will, do that, and no other shall say nay.
To die when and how he will,
To man has a right to eat what he will,
to drink what he will, to dwell where he will, to move as he will on the face of the earth. Free man has the right to think what he will, to speak what he will, to write what he will, to draw, paint, carve, etch, mold, build as he will, to dress as he will. For man has the right to love as he will. Take your fill and will of love as you will, when, where, and with whom you will.
All are 51.
For man has the right to kill those who would thwart these rights the slave shall serve.
Help is the way,
Love is the law.
love on the way.
I-57.
I am gone, lost any sense of wanting the wine of the nowhereness. Ask me, I don't know where I am. At times, I plunge to the bottom of the sea. At times, rise up like the sun. At times, the universe is pregnant by me. At times, I give birth to it. The milestone in my life is the nowhereness. I don't fit anywhere else. This is me. A rogue and a drunkard, easy to spot in the tavern of lovers. I am the one shouting, hey, hi. They ask me why I don't behave myself. I say, when you reveal your true nature, then I will at my age. Last night, I saw goodness getting drunk. He growled and said, I am a nuisance, a nuisance. 100 souls cried out, but we are yours, we are yours, we are yours. You are the light that spoke to Moses and said, I am God, I am God, I am God. I said, love, who are you? He said, I am you, I am you, I am you, I am you.
Liberal, on va l'Est Crowley. Technical libers of the Limalaiba. Rosa figura lavi. Trust lie but all sub figura lavi. Sidebar. Metalata Alistair Crowley, libers, liberos, figura lifi. Concordance, Alistair Crowley, libers, liberos, the strong. This is our law and the joy of the world. Do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law. R.I. 14. Thou hast no right but to do thy will do that, and no other shall say nay. R.I. 14.3. Every man and every woman is a star. R.I. 14.3. There is no God but man. One man has the right to live by his own law, to live in the way that he wills to do, to work as he will, to play as he will, to rest as he will, to die when and how he will. True man has the right to eat what he will, to drug what he will, to dwell where he will, to move as he will on the face of the earth. Free man has the right to think what he will, to speak what he will, to write what he will, to draw, paint, carve, etch, and mold, build as he will, to dress as he will. For man has the right to love as he will. Take your fill and will of love as ye will. When, where, and with whom ye will. R.I. 51. 5 man has the right to kill those who would thwart these rights. The slave shall serve. Love is the law. Love under will. R.I. 57. You are here. Home the library of Alistair Crowley, technical labors of the Liberos, figurally features Libaros, figurally features Cyber, metadata Alistair Crowley, Liberos, figurally features Concordance, Alistair Crowley, Liberos, figurally features Alistair Crowley, Liberos, figurally features Liberos, figurally features Liberos, figurally features Libero, the law of the strong. This is our law and the joy of the world. Do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law. All I 40. Thou hast no right but to do thy will.
From the other side of the world, basically, she was still in Afghanistan, and it was just during the war and shit that Russia started. It took her a year and 9 months. So she's like, no, they need to do the proper process. And yes, your country needs to do an investigation because these people are going to become a problem. And you're Americans. You don't just kill people once they start becoming a problem. I'm like, yeah, that's kind of true. And her words did well, yeah, she's right. That's kind of what happened. Now we have a full-blown issue on our hands because our laws just don't allow us to string a person by the collar and then say, why are you saying this? Looking at Gen Z, on the other hand, they'll figure it out because they hate Muslims. Oh, God, it's bad. It's really bad.
You know, see, the problem is like when these people talk about this, I don't think any of them has been to a Muslim country or anything else like that. My absolute biggest problem is that they have 59 Muslim majority countries. The second they get to 10 to, the only reason a lot of these people are nice to you, because I've experienced this myself, the second they become a majority, the same neighbors that you had like, dinner with and everything else, like halal dinner, whatever the fuck it was, they're going to kill you too. And it's the same thing. That's why Afghanistan used to be a Buddhist country. everybody should know this. Afghanistan used to be Buddhist. Why did it become Muslim majority country? Because the Buddhists are like, yeah, you can come into our country and everything else like that. And then they outbred them and then they ended up killing them. It's the same thing worldwide. I don't understand why Americans don't understand this.
Well,
Your values are Americans are a special thing. And just let me land, Pepe. And it's like Americans, your values are a special thing. That's why you're the number one superpower in the whole world. When other people are trying to tell you that left Muslim majority countries, these countries are hell on earth. And that's why it's so funny on X when these grifters they post like photos from Qatar and everything else like that. It's so funny because they're like, you're retarded and you went there and you got paid money and everything else like that. I just think it's sick. And I don't think people understand the true value. Even just look at Minnesota, just real quickly. Minnesota, they've stolen like $1.5 billion or something like that and sent it to Al-Shabaab back home to Minnesota. And look the way Ilhan Omar speaks. That's the way they think. There's no constitutional resolution to this bullshit. And it has nothing to do with Jewish people or Christian people, other people. And I think people, the leftists, it's called the Green-Red Alliance. And that's the same Green-Red Alliance that destroyed the Republic. It destroyed Iran. Look at Iran from 1979 and look at Iran today. That's what the fuck you're going to get if you don't deal with this problem.
Well, that's why I was saying earlier, I don't like what they're proposing, but if you're in Gen Z, your generation is the motherfuckers that are saying, fuck what the old people say, we're dealing with it. We're getting rid of them. Not we're going to negotiate, not even the millennials, we're going to befriend them. Rid. Gone. That is what I'm hearing from that generation.
They gotta go, bro.
Hey, Gen Z is going to be the one to do it. Millennials, we thought we could befriend them. Gen X, they thought they get here, they work, they'll be all right.
Look, bro, I'm Gen Z, and they gotta go. They gotta go.
I get it, but here's the problem, though. Like, if we look at
insane.
If we look at even look at Palestinians. Now, Jews are a small population on this planet. It was a little country. Now, if Israel was Christian, I don't think that would have. This is just me personally, my belief that Palestinians would have never dared do what they did. The reason being is that universally, the West, Christian Westerners, would they would see red and they would at that point, I think, like, literally you could do a genocide and they would not care. You'd have some lefties, yes, that would care. That's fine. But overall, they would absolutely go ape shit. So I mean, there is this hypocrisy. It's still, at the end of the day, one of the biggest problems I have when speaking with the pro-Palestinians, which are largely Muslim, is they just try to deny and downplay what happened on October 7th. And I don't know. It's just, and they have such a weird anti-Western way of committing warfare. Like,
may I chime in?
We don't hide behind children and women, and we don't hide our shit in places where it will expose the vulnerable to like an attack. But I mean, they obviously do that, and it's where, like, I can't. There's some of the snakiest pieces of shit I've ever talked to in the world, and they can, I think there's some, there's some legitimacy to their arguments as quote unquote freedom fighters, but the way they go about it, it is so unethical and weird.
Can I chime in for 1 sec?
You know the problem is.
Hold on, Skull wanted to speak.
Yeah, I just wanted to speak on this because, like, before, like, I grew up in a very Muslim neighborhood. I'm from Canada, the GTA area, which is just outside of Toronto, and it has a fairly large Muslim population. And I used to think before October 7th that I used to believe in moderate Muslims, right? That most Muslims were, especially in the West, didn't think like, how Hamas or Hezbollah or these, terror groups think, right? And it's not to say they think like that in the sense that they themselves individually would carry the gun or carry the knife and do the crime, which I don't believe they would. But the psychological or mental support for those organizations blew me the fuck away after October 7th. I was shocked to the amount of Muslims that I know that would just say, "Oh, it's resistance fighting." I'm like, dude, like I grew up with like, what are you talking about? Like we play on the street, like we literally talk about the same thing, same culture. We watch fucking Naruto, and you're gonna tell me these people are fucking resistance fighters?
Cole, I don't need to dox yourself. Are you in you must be in Brampton, huh?
No, I'm not in Brampton. I'm not in Brampton. I'm near.
Like,
I'm more west.
Okay. Sorry. Yeah, don't dox yourself, but yeah, Brampton, I'm sure, as you know, is.
Sorry, east, sorry, not west, east.
Okay. So like Port Hope region.
No, okay. I don't really want. If I say it, I don't talk to you.
Okay, don't worry about it. I got you. No,
But Scott, I get what you're saying as well. I had one Muslim friend that I still knew was on Facebook and didn't delete his account or do something else on social media. He was the only one out of everyone on social media that I knew was Muslim that said, "This is a fucking travesty. This is against humanity. Fuck everyone that's saying this is anything for his religion." And trust me when I tell you, this was an actual fucking Muslim. This nigga breathed and lived haram. Not I adhere towards it culturally. He breathed and lived the fucking actual book from the Hebrew text, not the shit that they got now. He knew. I understood a good amount of the religion because I wanted to study it because of its math 1,000 years ago. This motherfucker knew the actual Quran, front to back, meant what the fuck they were talking about some 1,600 fucking years ago. And he was the only motherfucker I saw on social media, despite the people I knew during COVID and was running into, that said, this against the fucking book. He's the only one. And after that, I'm like, damn. So everything he said about people that are Muslim was true. He hates most Muslims. This is from his own mouth. He would tell you this to your face. And he would not be opposed to basically the entire world cracking so fucking down in the Middle East it becomes an occupied territory.
But I don't think that's what Skull was saying. I think Skull, you were saying...
No. I understand what Skull was saying. It's just, I thought moderate Muslims, like, this was an actual kind of an issue I had with bro. I'm like, bro, you're cool. There's other people that aren't like you that are cool. But he's like, no, I am literally one of the only Muslims you will find that are moderate. All these other motherfuckers will slit your throat. I didn't believe him. January 7 happened, and I'm looking all across the internet. I'm like, this nigga told me.
Well,
Holy
I
shit.
think where Skull is like really shocked, and Skull, like, I married a Dutch Canadian, so like I'm a dual citizen. I've got my passport. We're back and forth, between both countries.
Please tell me you guys didn't move to Brampton.
Oh, hell no.
I'm in America.
No. If we're at work, we're in Ottawa. Otherwise, we're in Alberta, like every other normal conservative. But no, but Isaac, what you're forgetting is that, like, prior to October 7th, the Ontario region, like, in general, everything from, like, the Milton region, or they call it Halton, Peel, York, Durham, City of Toronto, like, the stereotype of Canadians are friendly and say sorry is very true. And then October 7th happened, and then all of the GTA just turned vile. Like, Ontario is unrecognizable. And Skull, I guess you can contest to that because you live there.
Oh yeah, it's complete. It's literally completely different. We have these huge pro-Palestine marches or whatever every week, and even like so much synagogues are getting shot up. Police are doing little to none to even prosecute the suspects or whatnot. So yeah, it's become.
Debbie, your feedback to that.
And Canada's not even, and what was interesting to me was like Canada's involvement made, like the protesting in Canada made no sense to me whatsoever. Like I haven't been able to wrap my head around that.
They have a large Muslim population. One thing you have to understand is
I'm very well aware of that, but what the fuck is Canada supposed to do?
Sure.
Protect its citizens, but they're moving. So many moved to Florida, by the way. A lot of the people in Toronto are just mass exodus to Florida.
Oh, yeah.
But they should be protecting their citizens, and they're not. They're just
and a
not.
lot of these Muslims that are in Canada, and yes, I get it. Like, what does Canada have to do with it? Unfortunately, these people come with their own tribal grievances and religious grievances, and I will even say hatred towards other groups of people. The one thing that's always, and before October 7th, the one thing that always bothered me the most about Muslims is that shortly after 9/11, we saw the Islamophobia. You can't be Islamophobic. Oh, it's a religion of peace. Oh, you can't scapegoat people. Well, obviously you can't scapegoat people. In my life, I've had a few close friends that are Muslim. They would not harm a hair on anybody. Like, I'm not gonna. Would never want them to be targeted for being Muslim. But if we're looking at at a whole group, it's like whenever terrorist attacks would happen, you get groups like CARE where their first response is like, oh, well, but what about Islamophobia after the fact? Oh, we need to make sure these children of the deceased couple that committed the Pasadena shooting, they have to be, adopted by Muslims. It's always like super. There's never an apology given. There's never any kind of like, oh, well.
Pepe, it's in the alternative. It's in the alternative. Talk to Rafi, Rafi on the app, and he lives in Toronto. They come marching. They're not just marching in a street somewhere. They come marching into his private neighborhood. They come down the streets of a private residential neighborhood, and they start threatening and banging on drums on like a small neighborhood street. I have a friend in LA. He lives in like a fancy area by Brentwood. They came up to where his street is, went to his house, threw paint, threw all kinds of stuff at his house, beat up his neighbor. This was in LA on a private, it's not a private street, it's a public street. It's been the polar opposite. Instead of, it's emboldened people to do things way beyond what we would call free speech.
No, I agree. So wait, Rafi.
Talk to him about it.
I'll ask him about. I'll just ask this one question. Does he live in like a Jewish area? Is that why they did it?
Yeah. They go to Jewish neighborhoods.
I mean, here's the thing.
Can I just say something on that? 1 sec.
Here's the one thing that bothered me the most after October 7th is that you saw the attack. Now, I did not hear Muslims apologizing, saying they denounced that is unbecoming of Muslims.
No, they justified it with what they claim happened prior to the October.
You did hear apologies. You did hear apologies out of the UAE, people in the UAE, the people in the Gulf region. You did. It mattered. There were people from, and not so. I don't know in the U.S. as much, but you did hear it out of places like the UAE.
If you look in the United States,
I just want to say
hold on
something
one
about
second.
the UAE.
Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. But what you did not see in the United States and Canada and the UK, what was them doing that? In fact, what you saw them doing is banging their fucking drums and literally the next day doing pro free Palestine, marches. To me, that was like, if you could like rubber stamp the slaughtering of innocent people, that was them literally going out the next day saying "Free Palestine," after they just like brutally murdered and destroyed so many families.
It was a genocide, Pepe. I got the word for you. That's what.
No, true, but like,
Skull, hold on 1 second. Skull, you gotta talk. I know you're Canadian, but you can't be nice in this room and like have a voice. So you got to speak up.
No, I got to realize that. I was just gonna mention that people. Okay, this is the thing. People don't understand that a lot of these Islamicists are at war with Jews. They're not at war with Zionists. They'll always throw around the word Zion. Oh, we just don't like the Zionists. No, they don't like Jews. Why they're in predominantly Jewish neighborhoods banging drums and waving flags. Where's embassy? Where's the business that is funneling money to Israel or something like that? It's not in these neighborhoods. It's just a Jewish neighborhood. Just Jews are living there, so they'll go there and they'll cause all this ruckus or whatever. And I wish people understood the Islamic doctrine more. It's even in their eschatology, which it involves the end times. They literally are at war with Jews until like the end, until like the fucking Mahdi comes, and like it's a whole thing that people have to read through and particularly understand. It's state of Israel. This is a 1600 year battle against Christianity and basically against the Abrahamic religions, but Islam with the Quranic text ordering violence and massacres and whatnot against, and even saying that they're not even to befriend Christians. And
Skull, believe it or not, we actually know this information. It's just the generations before you guys, we didn't think we would need to go to extreme measures. That's what happened. Your generation, Gen Z, I know what's coming. There is no negotiation. Your entire generation is fuck the people that are old, fuck these people, we're murking them. That's all I'm hearing. I'm not hearing, okay, about the other side. No, there is basically the moment they got the ability, it's fucking Nazi Germany. That's it.
It's raping and not calling out rape is wrong. That was to me. I mean, it's butchering, it's slaughtering, it's killing kids in front of their parents, killing parents in front of their kids, and raping they knew where the young girls lived. They went specifically to the area where the young girls lived, not only at the concert, but also in those communities. And even acknowledging that rape is wrong, you couldn't even get the UN to do that. Like, there's something seriously wrong.
It's the exact same thing. And you see something similar in the UK, where, now that the scandal has eventually come out, even though people have been screaming about it for years, but, all of the young British white women that were raped and basically groomed by these largely Pakistani Muslim grooming gangs, and of course they covered it up because the messaging of these fucking people is that you're Islamophobic and you're racist. How dare you fucking speak about our fucking behavior? And so they were allowed to get away with this shit for so long. And a lot of people do like to harp on the fact that the Jews, they think we're just like a bunch of dumb goy cattle, like whatever bullshit. But the Muslim, there is absolutely a sect of Muslims that think that these kafir, dirty fucking women are to be used and abused, and they don't. To them, it's a normal thing, and even the women in their communities don't fucking that live in the households where this shit was occurring. We're not reporting them, and I've been called a Nazi and a white supremacist for a long time for saying this, but when it comes to Muslims integrating into the United States, even though I've had personally positive experiences with Muslims, you cannot allow these people in any significant number to come into your country. This is the bullshit that they pull.
And that is why
they never accept responsibility for anything they do that is fucking wrong.
Well, that's why I'm saying, Abby, I hear what you're saying. It's war crimes, and I can't believe the generation we called soft, bitch made, can't do shit. They're like, no, we're genociding these fucks the opportunity we get. I'm like, that's it. Just war crime for war crime. Yup. That's what they're saying. I am not online and talking in public political spaces. No, I'm online talking to this age group. And the shit they're saying, it's not that it's scaring me. It is bothering me.
Bring it in here. I needed a charge, so I came in.
They're not talking about negotiation when they get in control. They're talking about we're picking up what the fuck is here, and then we're doing what the fuck we are gonna do.
But the thing is, like, I was saying this like 3 years ago when people like Michael and other people like, yeah, Ron DeSantis, other people. I want to deport every single Somali from every single country. Horrible people. They have FGM, female genital mutilation. I don't give a fuck about Islamophobia. Islamophobia doesn't exist. Call me Islamophobic and everything. I don't give a fuck. I want Islam out of the West. Islam is a horrible religion. Muhammad was a pedophile, a child molester, a sex offender. He married. Let me finish.
Listen to him. Let me
finish, bro. Just let me finish. Muhammad married Aisha when she was 6 years of age, and he raped her when she was 9. This is why white British girls were getting raped in Sussex. They were getting raped in London. They were getting raped in Manchester. And Keir Starmer at the time, he was the head of the prosecution team, was not doing anything about it. Islam is a fucking disease. I don't understand why you old school liberals or you old school enemies or whatever think that it's different.
It's correct.
If you look at wait a second. Just let me finish. Just let me finish. If you look at Sweden used to be a peaceful country. Why? Because it was a homogeneous society. Now look, it has the most fucking terrorist bombings ever. Because why would you look at Sweden and have a beautiful country and be like, yeah, you know what? I'm going to import 1 million fucking Somalis, Afghanis, Pakistanis into the country. London. I went to London last year to get some specialist treatment, and London looked like fucking Islamabad. I didn't see any British people. I went to a fucking pub, and it was ridiculous. I don't want these people in the Western world. These people are sick people, and I think Islam is a fucking disease. I don't understand why you guys...
You can't look at a place like London. You can't look at
London was fucking horrible, bro.
No.
Okay,
but hold on.
Guys, Marshall, go ahead, Marshall.
Horrible.
Go ahead and get a word in, Marshall.
But the thing is, like, he's cutting me off. All I'm saying is...
Paycheck. Marshall wanted to speak. Go ahead, Marshall.
Go ahead, Marshall.
How's it going? Call it.
Sig had a baby.
You'd have to change American law and a constitutional amendment to get Islam out of the United States. It, according to the First Amendment to the Constitution, is a protected religion.
Yeah, nobody cares about the First Amendment anymore. Neither does the Muslims. Because what they do...
No, we care about it.
Wait a second.
We care about it here. No, we care about it.
Wait a second. I just want to ask Marshall a question. Wait a second. I have a simple question for Marshall. What are you going to tell that 10-year-old girl after she's raped? Yeah, it's a First Amendment. They have to stay here. Is that what you're going to tell them?
What I'm going to say is the First Amendment to the United States Constitution is not meant to be compromised. It says, thou shalt not essentially establish a state religion.
Yeah, I know what it says, but by being a rapist, you have to deport these rapist people.
Religion without undue government influence.
But what if a certain group of population uses their demographic to subvert the American culture and create their own state religion?
Make it go away. In order to make it go away, like y'all are talking about, you have to pass a bill in Congress. Short of doing that, it's just going to be that way.
I mean, I would say we're kind of doing that with like Trump, and I'm not trying to say this is all Somalis, but you know, my first job out of college, the person I was shadowing was a woman from Iran, and you know, we had to go into the Section 8 housing where the Somalis lived, and she did use the term cockroaches to refer to them. She's Muslim woman. Now there is absolutely, like, with the Somali community in general, like Ilhan Omar, like, she would never, ever be a goddamn representative if she didn't have a Somali district that would vote for her.
No, she doesn't.
Like, she is a parasitic piece of fucking shit. She's anti-American.
True.
And to sit here and like, it's fucking asinine. Fuck her race.
It's true.
She's literally different. Her community had the highest percentage of people that ended up, fleeing the United States in order to join ISIS. They are a goddamn fucking cancer. And so I get most of them were asylum claimees. That's why they were mainly allowed to come here, as opposed to like the Nigerians that become dentists and pharmacists. But no, a lot of these people should fucking go. Like, absolutely. Like, these people suck. And it's just, what's really weird is just how so many people just like, they'll find what he said was somehow offensive. These people, I mean, they are a net fucking drain on our country.
Man, I just, like, broad sweeping generalizations like that are almost never accurate.
No, actually, it is accurate. Look at Somalia. Somalia is a hellhole. Yes, it is accurate.
Hey, check. You literally interrupted me. If you could let me get the
no,
sentence
because
out.
you're lying and you're spreading.
No.
You gotta let Marshall talk.
Hey, check. Have your passion, man, but come on, dude. This is learning. Come on, man.
Marshall.
Yeah, no. All I was going to say is, like, painting communities with a broad brush and saying, because of a couple examples, this is what everybody is like. It's not very helpful. It doesn't make good governance. And again,
are gypsies good people?
Can we just let him finish? You guys are.
We just had the school kid. Come on.
Go ahead, Marshall.
No, what do we call it? Yeah, I don't think broad generalizations are often helpful in governance. They make things way too simplistic. Shit.
Okay, go ahead, Pepe.
I do want to answer something real quick. Hey, check. I'm not destroying the West simply because I think following the U.S. Constitution is something we should always do.
You know, Marshall, let me reply to you. When Abraham Lincoln got rid of habeas corpus,
he would not have constitutional rights.
Yeah. People like you have spoken before, like, bro, yeah. People like you don't understand, like, habeas corpus and everything else like that. President Lincoln had to destroy 1,200 newspapers. He actually deported 2 Democratic congressmen to the South because after Chris came out. That's against your constitution. And yet, I always think it's white men like Marshall that always like, bro, you have no gain from bringing Somalis into the United States. No gain at all. They can't even build Somalia. How do you think they're going to build the United States?
Yeah, Marshall, here's your problem.
Somalia is a terrorist hellhole. Don't come here and sit here and be like, yeah, I'm going to bring in 2 million Somalis, and the average white American
guy. But
Marshall,
when in fact do you start to look at?
Let me finish just 1 second.
Okay,
Marshall, the white average, black average guy, American citizen born in the United States, can't even get a house. Then you're sitting here simping for people like, yeah, you have to follow the Constitution. President Lincoln knew when the war happened. Let me talk about the Constitution like you want to talk about. Just 1 second. Garfield talked about this too. But President Lincoln said, like, Marshall, you can reply just after I land. Just give me like 15 seconds, guys. President Lincoln said he has to get rid of. Wait a second. President Lincoln said he has to get rid of habeas corpus because he had to get rid of scum like you. That's the reason why.
You don't get rid of things on a whim. Otherwise, it makes the Constitution mean nothing.
But you can get rid of scumbags and you can deport illegal immigrants. Why not?
Do it
but President Eisenhower did that too.
Not allowed to just wave your finger and get whatever the fuck you want. There's a
But Marshall, President Eisenhower did that. When President Eisenhower got elected, he did. Wait a second. President Eisenhower did Operation Wetback, and he deported every single illegal immigrant from the United States using the United States military. And now people like you are gonna sit there and be like, yeah, well, President Trump can't use the military and everything else like that. No, Marshall, I'm telling you, President Eisenhower, you know this because you're such a constitutionalist.
Operation Wetback was not solely an executive thing. It was done in Congress. Both the House and the Senate voted on it. versus
Yeah,
you.
that means the law still exists, Marshall. The law doesn't
and
get
if you
deleted.
had your way, the law would not
Wait
exist,
a second. That means President Trump can use the same laws as President Eisenhower did. That's the same laws as the Insurrection Act. If a law was passed in 1802, and if a law is passed in 2025, it's still the same law. So President Eisenhower used the legislation to launch Operation Wetback. Why can't President Trump use to launch Operation Wetback too? What's the difference?
Because the courts have struck him down on that kind of large-scale raid.
You got to be kidding me. Oh, my God.
That's what the American court system said. I mean, if you don't like it, then change the judiciary. Don't.
Congress passed Operation Wetback law, first and foremost. Why can't President Trump use it before illegal immigrants even go to like President Eisenhower? What the fuck is the difference?
The kind of mobilization would take billions more dollars appropriated by Congress, which they're not appropriating.
You really care about the money? That's what you're talking about, not
the point.
American
Is how you afford that shit. HF, what the hell are you talking about?
Okay,
Talking about the law, President Eisenhower used, as you said, right? Why?
All right, so
a circuit court has already struck that down. You're not allowed to do that anymore in America.
Yeah, that's kind of the issue we have. We have basically, I mean, Marshall is correct. As much as I'm more on your generation side, and that's why I'm actually bothered by your generation. It's not that I don't agree with a lot of what you guys say, but this is basically what I'm trying to tell everyone else. They are not, in any regard, concerned with what can legally be done and what can't. And they will get in control. Like, don't think that they won't. They will. This is the negotiable side. HX sounds crazy. He's not. He is the one that is actually willing to listen. The rest of them, no. They will hear Marshall and say, well, we'll just change what the fuck we want. And that's it. There will be no further discussion. There will be no coaching, guidance, none of that. That is the type of shit that's coming. Me, that's concerning. Because I'm thinking, okay, maybe they'll be willing to study, to go to the school like us millennials did. No. They want to get control and just start fucking people out the country.
Who is they, if you don't mind saying?
Gen Z.
Oh, gotcha, okay.
Yeah, he's the moderate one. He's the one willing to listen and negotiate. I've spoken to ones that aren't. And that's the larger pot. That's what the fuck is coming in. I'm sorry, but the leftists created this shit. They did. They're the ones that kind of they created an American Weimar, and this is the result. The only thing is, I don't know what the fuck can stand up to an entire generation that's like, we're doing what the fuck we want, we got the military to do it. Germany was stopped because Germany wasn't that strong. I don't know what the fuck this shit's gonna look like in 15 years, but this is a generation that's gonna be in charge. Yeah. This is it.
I just think just start taking people's stuff seriously, Isaac, because people are hurting. Like, people of my generation, Generation Z, were like, yeah, we just finished university, and it's like, there's no jobs, there's no nothing. You have to be an entrepreneur, you have to do everything else like that. And you go to the dating field, it's absolutely fucked because you have some fat chicks that are like 300 pounds. I think they're 10 out of 10. It's horrible. And then you go to the workplace, it's shit. And then you go to the housing market, you have to make like $1 million a year to pay the house off. And like, my parents and grandparents had to pay off their house in like they could pay it off in like 5 years. My generation is cooked. They're talking about 50-year fucking loans. You gotta be fucking kidding me. 50-year fucking loans? That's like a joke on top of a joke. So you expect my generation to be like, yeah, I'm going to get a mortgage and I'm going to pay it off in 50 years.
I know, and they're made out of plywood. That's the funny thing. Like
exactly. It's horrible.
Jeff and I bought our house. Our homes are strategically made to withstand the test of time. Like, you're not lighting our house on fire. Good fucking luck. Yeah, the houses are absolutely shit made.
If you tell me you use granite carbon bricks, I'm just gonna stare at you. You did use granite carbon bricks, didn't you? Okay, no, I'm not mad. It's just, if I see you, I'm gonna stare at you for a long time. Because that pisses me off.
Well, our homes are older. We didn't build our home first and foremost. So our house is made of the way it's supposed to be made, out of real bricks, right? Like real stone, right?
Carbon granite. Yeah, that's the old bricks.
100%. And that's exactly what it's like. We have a grandfather fireplace in our primary home. That's the way it's supposed to be.
So you have to heat. So I'll just kind of explain for the kids that don't know.
Oh, yeah. I forgot. Yeah.
Yeah. We got 6.3 trillion spent on us as millennials. It's a skill issue. Just saying. Granite carbon can survive 3,700 degrees before melting.
That's a fact.
3,000 degrees, 7,500 degrees before melting. You literally have to start hitting that shit with missiles continuously to melt it.
And now the homes, I was telling A-Check this, like the house that we built, or that we bought, excuse me, 12 going on 13 years ago, is 3 times the value today, but built out of plywood. So yeah, it's absolutely insane. So A-Check, I get where you're coming from with that. But I will tell you, this is in itself, it's actually given the American culture a wake-up call, and I did get this sort of wake-up call marrying my husband. Like I said, as everyone knows, he's Dutch. And so when we picked our home, my husband was like, we're going to buy a home where both my parents and your parents, if ever they needed, we're going to build the basement part of our house into their home. Right. So we could literally caretake our parents. He's like, I'm not putting my parents in a retirement home. Not now, not ever. I'm the oldest of 5. My husband's the oldest of 7, right? So we have a massive family. And if we're in Canada or if we're in the United States, family is literally just a couple hours max away, minus my parents, but whatever. So this is an issue. Like we live a lifestyle that a lot of people don't have, and America needs to wake up, because we have these conversations of, well, I can't afford, healthcare. I can't afford daycare. I've never had daycare. My mother-in-law and my sister-in-law and my family, if I need anything with my kids, it's a phone call away. We have these sort of consumer principles of, let me buy a mansion with just me and my husband. I don't understand. So bottom line, the United States is going to have to learn very quickly what it means to have a family unit and go back to, it takes a village, right? Village-like living to be able to maintain the inflation. But I kind of want to see that. I hate how fractured and independent people are. People are lonely. Boys, men aren't having sex. There are 30-year-old virgins. What the fuck is going on?
No.
I'm just saying, there are 30-year-old. I can't wrap my head around that. There are 30-year-old virgins.
35.
There are people that are walking into their.
That's not the case. It's not 30-year-old virgins. That's called whole question. The reason men are going out to have sex or date these chicks, because a lot of the times it's not worth it.
I get
Because
you.
you'll
Listen,
find
goes
you'll
both
find
ways.
a woman that's like 300 pounds. She'll be like, "How do you weight yourself?" She'll be like, "Yeah, I'm a 10." I'm like, "Yeah, you're not."
I get it.
This is what's
Yeah,
happening with the younger
you're not.
generation because like
both
it's
can be
horrible.
true.
Like I don't think you're listening.
Hold on.
Like
I am listening. Both are correct.
Hold on, H-Check.
What I
Let her
said-
go, man. Come on.
What I said and what you said are both right at the same time, right? I'm not saying that it's the guy's fault, and I'm not saying it's just the women's fault. I'm just talking about our current culture. Women act as though they don't need men. There's this independent sort of, fuck men, boss bitch, and then the food is poisoning us, and then people are lazy, and then because of COVID, people don't know what a gym membership is, and God forbid somebody walks for an hour a day. Ain't happening. So everyone's fat, lazy, overweight, and sexless, and we wonder why everyone's pissed the fuck off. I'm just saying.
She ain't lying.
But yeah, so guys, this is kind of what I mean when I say Gen Z concerns me. At first, I was kind of like everyone else. They're young, they're angry, they'll grow out of it. This is the reasonable one. Other ones, they're like, fuck you old people. Moment we get this shit, we're murky. And that's the only conversation they're willing to have. I'm like, I'm not against the feeling, but you do kind of understand that's fascism. Fuck you and your feelings. I'm going to do it. You're committed to fascism. Yes, they're committed to fascism. I thought it was bullshit. I thought I was being lied to when friends I have same age or younger, just like H-Check, same age, I thought they were lying when they said, oh yeah, we're all going to fascism. I'm like, you guys are joking. It's not. No, they're serious. They're fucking serious. And I'm like, that's a problem. What the fuck? What is this shit?
honestly, because you get nothing out of it, Isaac. Like honestly, if I could blow up the whole system, I'd blow up the whole system. And that's why people like Mom Donnie wins, not because it's Islamic and everything else like that. The more the conservatives freak out or other people freak out, you're like, yeah, you know what? Get them in there. I'd rather have free bus rides, even though I know it's not going to happen or other acts of bullshit. I'd vote for someone else like that because the past generations have been the baby boomer generation, and I've said this before, is the worst generation ever in the history of the whole world. It is the first generation that has fucked their kids and their grandkids over times double. Horrible, horrible people. And it's like, no, bro, to be honest, when I get into politics and when my generation gets into politics, when my generation gets to politics, honestly, I'm going to campaign to raise the retirement age until 85. Because fuck these people. They can work till 85 because they'll fuck me so hard and they'll fuck my generation so hard, So
I'm curious about Sig's location.
I can't wait, like 25, 26 generation. And it's like, I can't wait to get into politics because I'm going to raise that fucking pension age to like fucking 85, 88 because this generation has fucked me so hard and it's fucked my entire generation. Like, I don't give a shit about boomers. I don't give a shit about these other ones. They fucked us in school. They betrayed us. They bought in transgenderism. They bought in drag queens. When I was in fucking high school, they didn't protect us. They did absolutely sweet fuck all. Horrible, horrible people.
Boomers didn't do that. Generation X did, or no, yeah,
you gotta be kidding me. You gotta. The boomers fucked up our whole entire real estate market. Like I just told you, thanks to my parents, I was able to buy a house in 2020. It went from $500,000 to $1.7 million. You gotta be kidding me. That's not realistic in 5 years. You gotta be the best investor in the whole entire planet to do that bullshit.
I understand, but we're talking about elected politicians. Like you have to understand the conservative party.
No, the conservatives failed us too. The conservatives left education system. They fucked us too, the conservatives. You don't get any. What do you think in the last elections and everything? 80% of women vote left and 80% of men vote right. And they said that what was the number one issue for men? The number one issue for men was affordability, buying a house, and raising children. The number one issue for women 18 to 29 was having a fucking abortion. Even fat chicks that will never even get a chance of an abortion were voting for abortion. Give me a break. It's horrible.
Sig,
It's a horrible thing. Like,
Sig,
you gotta be kidding me.
There's your
She's
open
300
line.
pounds and she's voting against abortion. Please, darling. There's no way you're ever gonna get an abortion.
So Sig was running a campaign to strip women of the right to vote for like a year on the app.
Yes, I still am, Rydell. I still am.
Oh, Sig, here's the candidate. Start investing. Here you go.
Oh, speaking of that, Sig, you better get a life insurance policy out for that little girl. If you need help with it, me and Auntie KK will explain that to you.
Yes.
I already got it.
Okay, perfect.
Yep.
Perfect.
That's one thing I know skip out on is life insurance. But yeah,
Sig, are you going to be able to get the Trump baby dollars?
What's that?
Actually, you can.
Out of the night that covers me, black as the pit from pole to pole, I thank whatever gods may be for my unconquerable soul. In the fell cosmos circles.
Yes.
That's cool. I like that, Yarmulke.
But you know, Steve, you know how like Catholic priests, how they just.
I always called you Chibora.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of that.
Thank you.
It reminds you of what?
She was talking about how she's looking forward to the apes on Friday against E-Money for defamation.
Are you talking through a podcast microphone, Steve?
Yes, I am talking through a podcast.
Is that?
Yes, I am now.
I knew you were cool.
I plugged it in now. Yes, I did.
Just wanted to say I'm coming back. I told you guys I was BRB.
All right. Welcome, Andrew. What's up, Andrew? What's happening in your life?
Not much, just chilling. I'm preparing in a few weeks to go meet my relatives, like my cousins, on the other side of on the West Coast, and I haven't seen them since 1.5 years when they came to this coast for my sister's wedding. So I'm kind of preparing for that, to meet them.
That's exciting.
Goa, Kerala, which coast?
Okay, how do you find people to date in your city
App.
without going on any of the dating apps?
Well, there's a place, it's called a bar. Usually they have between dive bars, you have little fancy bars. I would tend to go maybe the mid-range, upper range to find a better link of the crowd. You go there, maybe stare at a guy, let him buy you drinks. And if he doesn't look or act like JR, so you're in a really good space.
Or the gym. The gym works.
Right, but you have to. The problem is the guy's not going to approach. Right? It's very rare. Have you ever been approached at the gym, H? Probably.
Yeah, but it depends on the gym. Honestly, it really I don't know. I go to Lifetime and I see a lot of shit happen. So.
Bondi has a really good gym. Bondi, whoa.
Yeah,
Bondi,
very social.
good.
You have to go to a social gym. They have events and things like that.
Can we congratulate Noor? Can we congratulate Noor? She just got married. Noor just got married.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. It's great to be married. And the social gym, oh man, I love women who have what the Arabs call a subhiya. It's where women gather for the just for the breakfast, really, the coffee, and it's the gossiping. Really, the social gym is the best because we could be a foodie and we could pretend to work out, really work out. But we do it on a social level. It's all business. Dr. F.
You know what I like, Noor, is when you guys are just doing in between the breaks at the social gym, the break turns into an hour, and then you would do 1 to 2 sets and chit chat again.
And then they would laugh. I'm like, oh my god, we didn't go to the gym. Well, khalas, we'll do it tomorrow again. We'll have this repeat again, and it repeats itself. It's great.
What time did that?
No, there are women who are serious about going to the gym. Right, there are these exceptions to the rule who go to the gym. They eat the carrots. They have the kale, the celery. They do the good living. But there are women who remain foodies and have the food. This excuse, I'm a foodie, let me be. And I'm fine with it. I'm good with it. But let's be real, you don't need the gym membership.
What does a foodie really means? I heard a foodie is someone that likes food, but now it seems like a foodie is just someone who likes to eat.
No,
the definition is changed.
Yes, at the source, a foodie likes to eat. But the foodie can expand their philosophy to, I also cook, I'm also knowledgeable of what I put in my body. But really, it's all to say, just let me eat. And yes, let them eat, let them have their cake business.
I agree. It changed. Back when I was younger, foodie used to be different cuisines. Anthony Bourdain was a foodie. And I was skinny as rails. Right? Into the rail.
Was Bourdain a member of the island or not? I don't know.
Thanksgiving.
That shit works.
Can you imagine that Thanksgiving? Those two families. My God, Army. Veterans Day. Army Marines. Better. Army's better. Oh, jeez. Oh, God. Sig, it's going to be fun. Me and your wife are just going to sit with a glass of wine and watch you two. I want no part of it. No, thank you. Just don't break anything in my house. That's all I care about.
I can't make no promises on that one.
Oh, Lordy.
Prepared to have over somebody else's head. I mean, we all know this goes higher than it, since the Epstein files came out, we know it goes right up to the top. If he has any.
Right now, it's falling on the ship for them.
I'm gonna find out that they're burying a body. Okay, let's just be honest. The boys will come back fine. It's the shovel that I.
This clip is the perfect example of what it looks like when you take your strength and conditioning seriously and being consistent with it for years on end. Kim Ablett is an absolute monster, and he's also a two-time freestyle wrestling champion in Russia. A lot of people like to romanticize the idea that weights is going to make you slower, it's going to make you injured and be bad for your joints as you get older, but that couldn't be any further from the truth, and this guy is the perfect example of that. We can see there's no fluff exercises going on here. He's built a great foundational strength through fundamental movement patterns, and he's still competing in wrestling in his later years, which is just a testament to how good his physical conditioning is. And this guy understands that the weight room is simply a tool to build general physical qualities, which is going to make him stronger, more robust.
I had that one viewer, and that viewer,
Can you believe this? It took him 2026.
We got an onion bowl today. Look at that. Potato. Look at that.
People of titles, of importance, Jesus only offers one, serving others are all affectations and vanities, afflictions anchored, feet safely to our homes and steadies our eyes on Jesus. A spiritual life can be as casual as a pen and doodle or as rich as a painted masterpiece. God only grants earthly requests with spiritual.
of Lies by Aleister Crowley, Chapters 0 through 50. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. AA publication in classes C and D. Official for Babes of the Abyss. Imprimatur in Frater AA. Liber 333. The Book of Lies, which is also falsely called Breaks. The wanderings or falsifications of the one thought of Frater Perdurabo, which thought is itself untrue. Break, break, break at the foot of thy stones, O sea. I would that I could utter the thoughts that arise in me. Question mark. Exclamation point. Chapter 0. The chapter that is not a chapter. Oh, the anti-primal triad which is not God. Nothing is, nothing becomes, nothing is not. The first triad which is God. I am. I utter the word. I hear the word. The abyss. The word is broken up. There is knowledge. Knowledge is relation. These fragments are creation. The broken manifests light. The second triad, which is God. God the Father and Mother is concealed in generation. God is concealed in the whirling energy of nature. God is manifest in gathering, harmony, consideration, the mirror of the sun and of the heart. The third triad. Bearing, preparing, wavering, flowing, flashing, stability, begetting. The 10th emanation, the world. Chapter 1. The Sabbath of the Goat. O, the heart of Nox, the night of Pan. Pan, duality, energy, death. Death, begetting, the supporters of O. To beget is to die. To die is to beget. Cast the seed into the field of night. Life and death are two names of A. Kill thyself. Neither of these alone is enough. Chapter 2. The Cry of the Hawk. Hor hath a secret fourfold name. It is, do what thou wilt. 4 words, not one, many, all. Thou child, thy name is holy, thy kingdom is come, thy will is done. Here is the bread, here is the blood. Bring us through temptation, deliver us from good and evil, that mine as thine be the crown of the kingdom, even now. Abrahadabra. These 10 words are for the name of the one. Chapter 3. The Oyster. The brothers of AA are one with the mother of the child. The many is as adorable to the one as the one is to the many. This is the love of these. Creation, parturition, is the bliss of the one. Coition, dissolution, is the bliss of the many. The all, thus interwoven of these, is bliss. Naught is beyond bliss. The man delights in uniting with the woman. The woman in parting from the child. The brothers of AA are women. The aspirants to AA are men. Chapter 4. Peaches. Soft and hollow, how thou dost overcome the hard and full. It dies, it gives itself. To thee is the fruit. Be thou the bride, thou shalt be the mother hereafter. To all impressions thus, let them not overcome thee, yet let them breed within thee. The least of the impressions, come to its perfection, is Pan. Receive 1,000 lovers, thou shalt bear but one child. This child shall be the heir of Fate the Father.
Keep up with the cards, man.
Chapter 5. The Battle of the Ants. That is not which is. The only word is silence. The only meaning of that word is not. Thoughts are false. Fatherhood is unity disguised as duality. Peace implies war. Power implies war. Harmony implies war. Victory implies war. Glory implies war. Foundation implies war. Alas, for the kingdom wherein all these are at war. Chapter 6. Caviar. The word was uttered. The one exploded into 1,000 million worlds. Each world contained 1,000 million spheres. Each sphere contained 1,000 million planets. Each planet contained 1,000 million stars. Each star contained a many thousand million things. Of these the reasoner took 6, and, preening, said, "This is the one and the all." These 6 the adept harmonized, and said, "This is the heart of the one and the all." These 6 were destroyed by the master of the temple, and he spake not. The ash thereof was burnt up by the magus into the word. Of all this did the Ipsissimus know nothing. Chapter 7. The Dinosaurs. None are they whose number is 6, else were they 6 indeed. 7 are these 6 that live not in the city of the pyramids, under the night of Pan. There was Lao Tzu, there was Siddhartha, there was Krishna, there was Tahuti, there was Moshe, there was Dionysus, there was Mahmud. But the 7th men called Perdurabo, for, enduring unto the end, at the end, was not to endure. Amen. Chapter 8. Steeped horsehair. Mind is a disease of semen. All that a man is or may be is hidden therein. Bodily functions are parts of the machine, silent unless in dis-ease. But mind, never at ease, creaketh I. This I persisteth not, posteth not through generations, changeth momently, finally is dead. Therefore is man only himself, when lost to himself in the charioting. Chapter 9. The Brinks. Being is the noun, form is the adjective, matter is the noun, motion is the verb. Wherefore hath being clothed itself with form? Wherefore hath matter manifested itself in motion? Answer not, O silent one, for there is no wherefore, no because. The name of that is not known. The pronoun interprets, that is, misinterprets, it. Time and space are adverbs. Duality begat the conjunction. The conditioned is father of the preposition. The article also marketh division. But the interjection is the sound that endeth in silence. Destroy thereof the 8 parts of speech. The 9th is nigh unto truth. This also must be destroyed, before thou enterest into the silence. Aum. Chapter 10. Whittlestraws. The abyss of hallucination has law and reason, but in truth there is no bond between the toys of the gods. This reason and law is the bond of the great lie. Truth, 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 crieth the Lord of the abyss of hallucinations. There is no silence in that abyss, for all that men call silence is its speech. The abyss is also called hell, and the many. Its name is consciousness, and the universe among men. But that which neither is silent nor speaks, rejoices therein. Chapter 11. The Glowworm. Concerning the holy 3 and naught, knew it, had it, Rahur Kuit, are only to be understood by the master of the temple. They are above the abyss, and contain all contradiction in themselves. Below them is a seeming duality of chaos and Babylon. These are called father and mother, but it is not so. They are called brother and sister, but it is not so. They are called husband and wife, but it is not so. The reflection of all is Pan. The night of Pan is the annihilation of the all. Cast down through the abyss is the light, the rosy cross, the rapture of union that destroys. That is the way. The rosy cross is the ambassador of Pan. How infinite is the distance from this to that, yet all is here and now, nor is there any there or then, for all that is What is it but a manifestation? That is a part. That is a falsehood of that which is not. Yet that which is not neither is nor is not that which is. Identity is perfect. Therefore, the law of identity is but a lie. For there is no subject, and there is no predicate, nor is there the contradictory of either of these things. Holy, holy, holy are these truths that I utter, knowing them to be but falsehoods. Broken mirrors, troubled waters. Hide me, O Our Lady, in thy womb, for I may not endure the rapture. In this utterance of falsehood upon falsehood, whose contradictories are also false, it seems as if that which I uttered not were true. Blessed, unutterably blessed, is the last of the illusions. Let me play the man and thrust it from me. Amen. Chapter 12. The Dragonflies. I-O is the cry of the lower, as O-I of the higher. In figures they are 1001. In letters they are joy. For when all is equilibrated, when all is beheld from without all, there is joy, joy, joy that is but one facet of a diamond, every other facet whereof is more joyful than joy itself. Chapter 13. Pilgrim Talk. O thou that settest upon the path, false is the phantom that thou seeketh. When thou hast it, thou shalt know all bitterness, thy teeth fixed in the Sodom apple. Thus hast thou been lured along that path, whose terror else had driven thee far away. O thou that stridest upon the middle of the path, no phantoms mock thee, for the stride's sake thou stridest. Thus art thou lured along that path, whose fascination else had driven thee far away. O thou that drawest toward the end of the path, effort is no more. Faster and faster dost thou fall. Thy weariness is changed into ineffable rest, for there is no thou upon that path. Thou hast become the way. Chapter 14. Onion Peelings. The universe is the practical joke of the general at the expense of the particular. Quoth Frater Perdurabo, and laughed. But those disciples nearest to him wept, seeing the universal sorrow. Those next to them laughed, seeing the universal joke. Below these certain disciples wept, then certain laughed. Others next wept. Others next laughed. Next others wept. Next others laughed. Last came those that wept, because they could not see the joke. And those that laughed, lest they should be thought not to see the joke, and thought it safe to act like Frater Perdurabo. But though Frater Perdurabo laughed openly, he also at the same time wept secretly. And in himself he neither laughed nor wept, nor did he mean what he said. Chapter 15. The Gun Barrel. Mighty and erect is this will of mine, this pyramid of fire whose summit is lost in heaven. Upon it have I burned the corpse of my desire. Mighty and erect is this phallus of my will. The seed thereof is that which I have borne within me from eternity, and it is lost within the body of Our Lady of the Stars. I am not I am but a hollow tube to bring down fire from heaven. Mighty and marvelous is this weakness, this heaven, which draweth me into her womb, this dome which hideth, which absorbeth me. This is the night wherein I am lost, the love through which I am no longer I. Chapter 16. The Stag Beetle. Death implies change and individuality. If thou be that which hath no person, which is beyond the changing, even beyond changelessness, what hast thou to do with death? The bird of individuality is ecstasy, so also is its death. In love the individuality is slain. Who loves not love? Love death therefore, and long eagerly for it. Die daily. Chapter 17. The Swan. There is a swan whose name is ecstasy. It wingeth from the deserts of the north. It wingeth through the blue. It wingeth over the fields of rice. At its coming they push forth the green. In all the universe this swan alone is motionless. It seems to move, as the sun seems to move. Such is the weakness of our sight. O fool, criest thou. Amen. Motion is relative. There is nothing that is still. Against this swan I shot an arrow. The white breast poured forth blood. Men smote me. Then, perceiving that I was but a pure fool, they let me pass. Thus, and not otherwise, I came to the temple of the Grail. Chapter 18. Dewdrops. Verily, love is death, and death is life to come. Man returneth not again, the stream floweth not uphill. The old life is no more, there is a new life that is not his. Yet that life is of his very essence. It is more he than all that he calls he. In the silence of a dewdrop is every tendency of his soul and of his mind and of his body. It is the quintessence and the elixir of his being. Therein are the forces that made him, and his father and his father's father before him. This is the dew of immortality. Let this go free, even as it will. Thou art not its master, but the vehicle of it. Chapter 19. The Leopard and the Deer. The spots of the leopard are the sunlight in the glade. Pursue thou the deer stealthily at thy pleasure. The dappling of the deer is the sunlight in the glade. Concealed from the leopard, do thou feed at thy pleasure. Resemble all that surroundeth thee, yet be thyself, and take thy pleasure among the living. This is that which is written, lurk, in the book of the law. Chapter 20. Samson. The universe is in equilibrium. Therefore he that is without it, though his force be but a feather, can overturn the universe. Be not caught within that web, O child of freedom. Be not entangled in the universal lie, O child of truth. Chapter 21. The Blind Webster. It is not necessary to understand. It is enough to adore. The God may be of clay. Adore him. He becomes God. We ignore what created us. We adore what we create. Let us create nothing but God. That which causes us to create is our true father and mother. We create in our own image, which is theirs. Let us create, therefore, without fear. For we can create nothing that is not God. Chapter 22. The Despot. The waiters of the best eating houses mock the whole world. They estimate every client at his proper value. This I know certainly, because they always treat me with profound respect. Thus they have flattered me into praising them thus publicly. Yet it is true, and they have this insight because they serve, and because they can have no personal interest in the affairs of those whom they serve. An absolute monarch would be absolutely wise and good. But no man is strong enough to have no interest. Therefore, the best king would be pure chance. It is pure chance that rules the universe. Therefore, and only therefore, life is good. Chapter 23. Skidoo. What man is at ease in his inn? Get out. Wide is the world and cold. Get out. Thou hast become an initiate. Get out. But thou canst not get out by the way thou camest in. The way out is the way. Get out, for out is love and wisdom and power. Get out. If thou hast tea already, first get UT, then get O, and so at last get out. Chapter 24. The Hawk and the Blind Worm. This book would translate beyond reason into the words of reason. Explain thou snow to them of Andaman. The slaves of reason call this book abuse of language. They are right. Language was made for men to eat and drink, make love, do barter, die. The wealth of a language consists in its abstracts. The poorest tongues have wealth of concretes. Therefore have adepts praised silence. At least it does not mislead as speech does. Also, speech is a symptom of thought. Yet silence is but the negative side of truth. The positive side is beyond even silence. Nevertheless, one true God crieth Hrileu, and the laughter of the death rattle is akin. Chapter 25. The Star Ruby. Facing east, in the center, draw deep, deep, deep thy breath. closing thy mouth with thy right forefinger pressed against thy lower lip. Then, dashing down the hand with a great sweep back and out, expelling forcefully thy breath, cry, Apo pantos kakodemonos. With the same forefinger touch thy forehead, and say, Soy, thy member, and say, O phale, thy right shoulder, and say, Iskoros, thy left shoulder, and say, Eucharistos. Then clasp thine hands, locking the fingers, and cry, I-A-O. Advance to the east. Imagine strongly a pentagram, right in thy forehead. Drawing the hands to the eyes, fling it forth, making the sign of Horus, and roar, Chaos! Retire thine hand in the sign of Hor-Pa-Krat. Go round to the north and repeat, but scream, Babylon. Go round to the west and repeat, but say, Eros. Go round to the south and repeat, but bellow, Psyche. Completing the circle widdershins, retire to the center, and raise thy voice in the paean with these words, Iopan, with the sign of NOX. Extend the arms in the form of a tau, and say, low but clear, Promo Iungus, Opisomo Teletarchi, Epidexia Sinoches, Eparistera Demones, Flagei, Gar Perimo Ho Aster Ton Pinte, Kai in the still Ho Aster Ton Hex, Estki. Repeat the cross Kabbalistic as above, and end as thou didst begin. Chapter 26. The Elephant and the Tortoise. The absolute and the condition together make the one absolute. The second, who is the fourth, the demiurge, whom all nations of men call the first, is a lie grafted upon a lie multiplied by a lie. Fourfold is he, the elephant upon whom the universe is poised, but the carapace of the tortoise supports and covers all. This tortoise is sixfold, the holy hexagram. These 6 and 4 are 10. 10, the one manifested that returns to the not unmanifest. The Almighty, the All-Ruler, the All-Knower, the All-Father, adored by all men and by me abhorred. Be thou accursed, be thou abolished, be thou annihilated. Amen. Chapter 27. The Sorcerer. A sorcerer, by the power of his magic, had subdued all things to himself. Would he travel? He could fly through space more swiftly than the stars. Would he eat, drink, and take his pleasure? There was none that did not instantly obey his bidding. In the whole system of 10 million times 10 million spheres, upon the 22 million planes, he had his desire. And with all this, he was but himself, alas. Chapter 28. The Pole Star. Love is all virtue, since the pleasure of love is but love, and the pain of love is but love. Love taketh no heed of that which is not, and of that which is. Absence exalteth love, and presence exalteth love. Love moveth from height to height of ecstasy, and faileth never. The wings of love droop not with time, nor slacken for life or for death. Love destroyeth self, uniting self with that which is not self, so that love breedeth all and none in one. Is it not so? No? Then thou art not lost in love. Speak not of love. Love always yieldeth. Love always hardeneth. May be. I write it, but to write her name. Chapter 29. The Southern Cross. Love, I love you. Night, night, cover us. Thou art night, O my love, and there are no stars but thine eyes. Dark night, sweet night, so warm and yet so fresh, so scented, yet so holy. Cover me, cover me. Let me be no more. Let me be thine. Let me be thou. Let me be neither thou nor I. Let there be love and night and love. N-O-X, the night of Pan, and Layla, the night before his threshold. Chapter 30. Jhana Dreams. Dreams are imperfections of sleep. Even so is consciousness the imperfection of waking. Dreams are impurities in the circulation of the blood. Even so is consciousness a disorder of life. Dreams are without proportion, without good sense, without truth. So also is consciousness. Awake from dream, the truth is known. Awake from waking, the truth is the unknown. Chapter 31. The Garret. It moves from motion into rest, and rest from rest into motion. These it does alway, for time is not. So that it does neither of these things. It does that one thing which we must express by two things, neither of which possesses any rational meaning. Yet its doing, which is no doing, is simple and yet complex, is neither free nor necessary. For all these ideas express relation, and it, comprehending all relation in its simplicity, is out of all relation, even with itself.